Hey guys, this is Bryce and I'm going to give you tips on playing with Kestrel. Now keep in mind that this is a very squishy build and yeah, you're only going to have one item for defense and I recommend you to get the item at last. Yeah, I'm going to tell you why, but before, yeah, you have an option over here. You can get any of these 4 items, but it's okay, you can still stay with this heavy steel. Yeah, but if you have enough gold, you can upgrade to any of those 4 items. Now I'm gonna play you some gameplays and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna break it down to you, and I'm gonna show you why I made the following choices. Now watch closely. Catherine is in a bad position, and even though she got her shield on, she may not survive if I don't do something. So I can use my glimmer shots from here. I think this she's got enough range, but instead I choose to go in forward. Now that's a very risky decision when you look at the amount of health I have, but I have my active camo, so yeah, watch it. As I go in close, I draw their attention towards me. Of course they're gonna focus on me. I am more squishy, I can be killed easily, and also I'm the main damage dealer. So as I draw their attention towards me, as they're close enough, I use my active camo when they're close enough, and then stun Catherine. And although we couldn't kill the Catherine, she is quite low, and if we have a jungler we could probably finish her off. So yeah, use your active camo whenever possible and stun the enemies. It does a lot of damage. And don't forget to farm, because for this build you need to have 5 compulsory items. That's a lot, and you're gonna need a lot of gold to get those 5 items. And yeah, the reason why I asked you to get these 5 items exactly is you need around 200 weapon power. With this 200 weapon power you can go active camo instantly. You don't need to, your active camo cooldown doesn't get reset. So yeah, as you can see, I got 2 weapon items and I have enough gold for my tier 1 boots. There you see, I get my tier 1 boots and I jump into fights as soon as possible. Yeah, you need to have some potions as well. Yeah, so as I told you, you need to have 200 weapon power, and 200 weapon power is equivalent to a sword blade and a heavy steel. Now instead of this heavy steel you can get a sword blade, which gives you 300 weapon power, which is really good, of course. Now as you can see, Catherine is going low on health. She's critically low, so I use my ultimate, but unfortunately our shield is on, so we are not going to kill her. But that's not a waste of an ultimate. Now watch closely, because yeah, this is something really important for you guys to know. Usually Kestrel's glimmer shots have 2 components, one being the basic attack. Yeah, every glimmer shot does basic attack damage. Glimmer shots are actually considered as a basic attack with some crystal power, so it says you can consider them as a special basic attack, and which is only available for Kestrel. Yeah, now as you see, I go in, and at this point I want to use my glimmer shot, but when using glimmer shot, of course Kestrel's gonna stop. She's not gonna move and attack at the same time, so she's gonna get rooted to this position. Yeah, see, she's gonna get rooted to this position, while Catherine can get some extra inch, some extra distance from Kestrel. And Kestrel, if Catherine succeeds to move a little further, she can completely avoid my Glimmer Shot, but don't forget that Kestrel's Glimmer Shot has two components, one being the weapon power base, which is the basic attack, and the other being crystal power. Now crystal power is a white looking, it's an energy, it's a, they call it the Halcyon energy, yeah, which does the crystal damage. Now this Halcyon energy extends more than the weapon power, more than the Glimmer Shot itself. So this Halcyon energy extends a little inch extra. See, I'm sorry, yeah, Catherine's dead, and if you take note of my position, I'm over here and Catherine's over here. Now that's quite long. I mean, of course Glimmer Shot cannot reach here, it will probably stop around here if I'm right, but the extra length is covered by the crystal. Although I don't have any crystal item, but I'll still be doing some amount of crystal damage, and yeah, that's the Halcyon energy. I'll show you this little more closely. Now watch this Glimmer Shot. Yeah, when you see it hits the minion over here, there's a small burst damage happening over here. There's a small burst which damages nearby minions. There's this 118 weapon power damage over here, but there will be 258s, and yeah, there will be two 58s, but unfortunately this minion is dead already, so I guess it's not taking this. Only 158 over here, which is the crystal power. But you see this is what I want to tell you. This is the Halcyon energy. This is pure crystal power. This is where my basic attack stops. My basic attack doesn't penetrate through enemies, but my crystal power penetrates through enemies, dealing crystal damage. If you get more crystal power, you can be really good at lane. You can hit multiple enemies and also can farm really well, as you can hit multiple minions at the same time. So yeah, crystal power is recommended for laning, but although crystal power is quite risky, as you cannot go active camo you cannot go active camo while taking damage. You need at least 200 weapon power to go active camo, and that's why you need to have a sword blade and a heavy steel, which is the basic item. You can also get a Terran monocle or another sword blade or a serpent mask or a tension bow. Now yeah, once again, there's a there's only one red number over here, which is 129, which is the weapon power damage I'm doing. The weapon power damage only does to the front minion, but there are 280s, which is the crystal power. And now this is the burst damage dealt by the Glimmer Shot. Yeah, crystal damage does to multiple enemies, and weapon power affects only the first enemy. And this is the range of Halcyon energy, which is the crystal power. You can say so. I told you about the two components in Kestrel, and I also told you the amount of weapon power you need. What else? Let me think. There's something else I wanted to tell you about. Wait. You should also be good at predicting the enemies, and don't worry to take risk. When you have enough weapon power, you can take risk. Yeah. Now watch closely. I got hit from Catherine. Now I have two weapon items over here. The more weapon power I get, the lesser the cooldown for my active camo reduces. The cooldown for my active camo reduces when I take hit. It doesn't reduce in general, but it reduces. The reset timer reduces every time I take hit from an enemy. Right now it's 2 seconds, and after 2 seconds I can probably use my active camo and get out of this situation. But there again I got hit once again, and it reset to 2 seconds. And once again I get silenced. Yeah, this is what I want to tell you. You see, all three of us got silenced. My two abilities, which is my ultimate and my A ability, Glimmer Shot, got silenced. But my active camo doesn't get silenced, it only gets reset from the damage taken from Catherine's ultimate, but it doesn't get silenced, which is really cool. Because 1 second over here, and yeah, now I go active camo. Actually it did silence, I guess it just took time to reset. I'm sorry, it did get silenced, it just took time. Yeah, but anyway, she goes down. Yeah, I'm sorry, active camo actually got silenced, but we couldn't see that because it also has the reset timer, which is 2 seconds. It was showing the reset timer, but it did get silenced. You can see that as soon as my reset timer cools down, there is a silence. Well, yeah, I got my sword blade, and I also get my heavy steel, and I get an energy battery. Void battery is very important when you play with Kestrel, because active camo takes a lot of energy and you need a void battery. If you don't have a void battery, you're gonna be running out of energy very quickly, especially when you use your active camo a lot. It's gonna die, yeah, only because I use my active camo predicting she's gonna come after me. I could get out of the situation and also take a kill. So we're really good at predicting the enemies. Of course, I can't give you any tips on predicting the enemies. You just need to play for longer time. The longer you play this game, the better you'll be getting at predicting the enemies. And play as many heroes as you can, so you get to know their abilities, which will help you predicting their movement. And yeah, this is what you need to avoid. Don't use ultimate when there are turrets. I mean, it was close enough. I know that the turret's gonna block me, but I gave it a try. Maybe I can just cover this edge, but unfortunately I couldn't. So avoid using your ultimate when there are turrets in between. Also avoid it when there's a gold miner in between. Sometimes when you're farming in this region, you might get a chance to use your ultimate on the enemy laner, but oftentimes people don't realize that the gold miner in between takes the hit. So keep that in your mind, and make sure your angle is good, because if I could get around to these bushes over here and snipe from here, I could hit the scarf, but I was in a rush, so I didn't. Yeah, gold miner takes the damage, and also Kraken takes the damage from one shot, one kill. So avoid, always be aware of your position and the angle at which you're sniping. Angle is also something you should keep in mind. My cooldown, I'm about to respawn and I have my ultimate, but I can't snipe from here. But what I can do is do some damage to Catherine and hope one of my teammates secure the kill for me. Unfortunately that didn't happen though, but you can try it, because when you get a clockwork, your cooldown timer is gonna reset to 20 seconds on your ultimate, and it resets to 5 seconds on your active camo. So giving a, I mean, you can always go for a try, because it doesn't really cost you much. You just need to wait for 20 seconds and it'll be back, and get a clockwork after the void battery, and also try to get some crystal. Now the reason why I want you to get the crystal is you can have enough time to escape out of situations like this one. You see, I realized that there's no enemy laner and I can't see any of the junglers, so I was pretty sure that they're going to be in either of these bushes. Even though they're in the bush, in this bush, I won't have any problem unless there are a lot of mines around. Make sure when you play with Kestrel, make sure that, you know, especially when you're using your active camo a lot with some crystal power, ask your laner to crypt enemy mines whenever possible, because Kestrel can easily be countered with some mines and vision. Ask your Roma to crypt the enemy mines. Now watch closely at this point. Oh my god, sorry. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna play it for you. Yeah, so you gotta be really quick on your reflexes. Even if I don't have 200 weapon power, I can easily use my active camo and get out of this situation, because I already pressed it before Black Feather could attack me. So I had some experience playing with crystal power Kestrel, so I developed this ability to tap on active camo whenever I see an enemy. You need to have such kind of quick reflexes if you want to play crystal power. Although you don't need for this build, but if you want to play for crystal power, you need. Now I'm not gonna stun him because there's an ultimate. I don't want to wait. I can be stunned from Catherine, so I didn't try to stun Black Feather because there's an ultimate which I'll be dealing, which I will be taking damage from, and if Catherine can stun me, I'll be dead. I can be killed, but yeah, because I got my clockwork, I had the 5-second cooldown let me use my active camo. I get out of this